We are back with another review today. We got take 2 with the child. We're going to be reviewing Baby Yoda here on the channel yet again. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review because today we're actually going to be checking out Baby Yoda, or the child, if you would. So we got pop number 368 from the Star Wars line. The Child, Star Wars The Mandalorian series. Here is the wave. It's the second series wave from The Mandalorian, which includes Cara Dune, IG-11, you got Kuiil, you have the Mandalorian with the standing rifle, which is really cool. I like that pose. That's a cool one. You have the Client, you have a Grief Karga, you have Heavy Infantry Mando, you have the Q9 droid, you got the Incinerator Stormtrooper, you got the Off-World Jawa, you got the Covet Mandalorian, the Armor, and then lastly the Child. So this is the second wave that they did for the Mandalorian. The first one was Cara Dune, IG-11, Kuiil, and then the Mandalorian, but it was Mandalorian with pistol and Mandalorian with rifle, but him holding it, not so much standing with it. So kind of interesting that they put this wave right here on there, which is kind of like the first wave, which they're making it kind of look like it's the second wave. I don't know. Anyway, this is the child right here. So last week we did a little review, and we'll get into that in a second. We're gonna pop him out the box though. Actually, you know what? Let's do the other end because maybe we'll get some information over here. There we go. Let's see if that's what we're looking for. That's what we want to know. 48,740. The Mandalorian, the Child, pop C1. There's that C1. So this is one of those weird sideways pops. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 of these. I have like Cat Dog, both Cat Dogs. They're sideways. I have like the Nuka-Cola girl from Fallout, she's sideways, and then like now the Child. So I guess there is a special place on the shelf for these sideways little pops. So this one has the Mandalorian sigil, again on this sideways type backer card, which is kind of cool because the other one that I have is a vertical one from the other waves, which is pretty cool. So that's neat. That is definitely cool. So according to my knowledge, this is the most sold Funko Pop or ever, I guess you could say. So many people pre-ordered it. I mean, not only did they pre-order it, but I imagine the pre-orders ended up funding the next wave, which is like, I mean, they have so many exclusives. Him pointing, they got him with his eyes closed, they have him with his ear down, they have him with a frog in his mouth, him with the Mando. I mean, it's just, they got tons of stuff. They got the 10-inch one coming. So they got a lot of pops of the Child coming, but this is one of those pops where they attached it to the base, which, I mean, dang, why do they do this to these Star Wars pops? It would be nice to have it maybe on a peg-based system, at least for something like this where it's, I guess you could say flush with the base. It's not like, you know, there's feet attached to the base where you could do a peg system like that, but I guess you could still do some kind of a peg system with this, but I don't like how they do that. But luckily, last week, we ended up smashing this little pop right here. I guess it was pretty sturdy actually. We're gonna pop it out here in a second. But this is the Child right here. The paint app on it isn't bad. It's actually pretty nice how they did the pink fading along in the ears and around the eyes like that. I thought that was really neat. And he even has it near his mouth, which is really cool. I think they really took the Child and made it not creepy. I mean, and I say that because a lot of other releases of the Child, like some Hasbro releases, I mean, even like the Sideshow one's a little creepy with the hair on the face. I mean, I don't know. It's a little, some of them are a little creepy, and I think Funko did it in a way where it wasn't creepy. It still kind of remained cute in a way, and then you still got that, you know, Yoda presence there as well, the Baby Yoda presence. So pretty cool. They did it with him walking around with his little garb on, his little fur garb. And this was in one of the first few episodes, so pretty cool on that. I think his ears really beg for you to just bobble him around, so pretty cool on that. I'm going to bring over the one from last week, and we'll show you what happened. So basically, we never did a pop destruction video on this channel, and I said, what better pop to do a pop destruction video than the most sold Funko Pop ever? I mean, what's going to be the least valuable pop? It's going to be the one that's sold the most, so again, here we are. Here is the pop. So this is when I ended up actually making contact with the framing hammer. One of the times it actually shot off the base. So it did the work for me. It actually separated it for me, so that was pretty great. But he just sits up on the base. I actually ended up gluing him back together because it was destroyed. I mean, you can see back here the whole skull was shattered and the ears were broken off. The front, his face was all jacked up. But I never did a pop destruction video, and I'll be honest with you, I think it really held up to not only the fact of like getting, blunt force trauma with a hammer. It was something that I mean, if it fell off a shelf, I wouldn't really imagine much would break on these pops. I mean, maybe the chrome ones might shatter if they hit tile because they're a different type of plastic, but these vinyl ones, I really think that they can stand up and take a beating, because I mean, look at this little guy is all put back together. If I held him right here and didn't tell you that he got smashed with a framing hammer a week ago, you wouldn't even know that at all. You would just think he's just a duplicate to the other one. But nope, he actually went back together pretty nice. So pretty cool on that, and I'm glad he did, because yeah, it's just a little testament to how durable these Funko Pops actually are. Because again, we're reviewing these pops on this channel, and I know it's probably weird for you guys to just see me start smashing something with a hammer, but again, most sold Funko Pop ever. If we're going to do a pop destruction with any pop, it's going to be the most sold one ever. So again, it's going to be the most in circulation. It's probably going to be the least valued pop, I imagine, over time, unless people start making a bunch of customs or, I don't know, losing them. If this is the most in circulation, it's definitely not going to hold any high value. So anyway, that's why we did the pop destruction video on the child baby Yoda. And oh yeah, let me show you the box. Let's do that. Let's check the box out. So I actually have it in its spastic protector here, because it's the only thing basically holding it together, because it is split right here down the seam. I mean, it got plummeled. This is all paint marks from it. You can see the back there. There's all like paint marks in the back. This thing got destroyed, and I just folded it back up together and slid it in the protector, and it's just holding it. It's holding it together. Even the plastic insert that holds Baby Yoda is like shattered in there as well. So I did want to show some other stuff off before we end up ending the video and we move on to the outro, but I wanted to show you a pickup that I have. This is actually a Funko product, which is pretty cool. It's a Mandalorian Star Wars lunchbox. So yeah, like I said, it was a Funko product. It's a lunchbox from Funko, and it says 2020 on there, so it is a new drop. It is something that I believe Target stores are going to be getting this, but yeah, it's got the Mandalorian on the front, and it has him with the pistol, which is kind of cool because that's actually the pose from the NYCC pop, which is really neat. And then it's got like a silhouette of a city, or at least a building. Maybe that's Kawil's house. I'm not too sure. But if we turn it over, and I'll show you the sides, on the back here, you got the Kawil with the, I forget what that is, the Dogon or whatever. I forget his name, and you guys are going to crucify me in the comments. But as a fan, you probably know, right? You got TIE Fighters up here. You got the silhouette of, I believe, his house, Kawil's house. And you got Cara Dune, and you got IG-11, which is really neat. To see these on the back as a different thing, and they didn't just mirror whatever was on the front here. So I like how it has a totally different scene in the back here, and also it's kind of like a season 1 recap of all the kind of important characters, and kind of their first wave of Funko Pops they dropped were all these characters as well. So pretty neat, with obviously the crowning achievement with the NYCC Mando with the pistol, which is really cool. And then the side here just has the Mandalorian seal with the Beskar helmet that he wears, and then you got some, like, I don't know, nonsense speak on the side here with the Mando sigil. Some more nonsense on that side, and then on the bottom here it has the Funko logo with Lucasfilm. Interesting. I would have thought I would have seen somewhere on there Disney. Is Disney on the back here? Lucas, Star Wars. Well, I guess they own them, so they don't really need to put it on there. It would be redundant, I imagine, wouldn't it? Let's check out the latch that Funko does with this. Pretty sturdy latch there, Funko. Look at that. I mean, that's got a good snap to it. And then, oh, nice. That's really cool. So, actually, looks really neat with that indent like that. But pretty high quality lunchbox here. Nothing cheap on the hinges. The hinges line up really nice. It's not something that's wonky and the lid's gonna get all wobbly when you go to close it. It actually has a really nice hinge system on this. And then it fits actually really snug. And then the latch has a nice snap. Look at that. That's a real nice snap. And it even has, look at that, it even has a little space there if you want to put a little lockbox on there. If you're looking to hide your valuables in there, put your assets in there, you can lock them up. And then it's even got a handle so that once your assets are locked up, somebody can carry them away. The handle is actually pretty dope. It's just a plastic handle, but I saw the way it was riveted on the inside. Let's check it out a second. I saw it was riveted on the inside, which you can see that it's got this like fold over, which is really going to put pressure on this actual piece of tin right here to support the weight of whatever's in here, and it's not just going to rip off, which is really nice. I mean, it's literally going to bend out the entire panel here before the handle rips off. So I think that's something that's nice that they actually put thought into that. I mean, that's a pay attention to detail that a lot of other companies probably wouldn't do, and they would just crank out, you know, just some kind of lunchbox. But that's why we review Funko products on this particular channel, because they put out some fire products. So and I trust reviewing their products on this channel because I'm not going to be leading my viewers to garbage. So yeah, Funko Mandalorian lunchbox, pretty dang cool. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is doing a giveaway with this Dr. Doom, God Doom, Emperor God Doom ECCC 2020 Fantastic Four pop right here. So this is going to be a giveaway I'm going to be doing on Instagram. Now, I'm not obviously here to do, you know, whole Instagram spiel, but I do have a link down in the description if you're interested in getting a God Emperor Doom ECCC 2020 pop. You can go check out my Instagram page. I'll have a post on there, and I'm just doing, I got 1,000 followers. I hit 1,000 followers on there since October, so pretty dope to hit that. And I want to give away this Dr. Doom for everybody who, you know, likes, shares, and reposts my posts. So yeah, dope on that, and I appreciate you. Anybody who's here on YouTube who is also a person who follows me on Instagram over there, I really do appreciate you. So you should definitely head over there and toss your hat in the mix for this God Doom. Yeah, so pretty awesome on that. So why don't you let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of my weekend review of the Pop Destruction video for Baby Yoda? And what do you think of, or the child, we'll call him the child, what do you think of the child Funko Pop? Do you think this is definitely going to be a cool 10-inch pop? Because I think it's going to look very similar to this, only just on a 10-inch base, and obviously be larger. But why don't you let me know down in the comments below, did you pick this pop up? The most sold pop in the world? Yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, subscribe for more, because I do reviews every single day, so look out for that, and have a great rest of your day.